In 2015, protests broke out over an extortionately priced cereal shop in London. The people were, however, not merely protesting over outrageously overpriced breakfast. They were protesting against gentrification. For many residents of the borough, gentrification, along with the current housing crisis, means that they'll have to lose their homes, as they can no longer afford to live in the neighborhoods that they grew up in. In Hackney, one of the largest artistic communities in the United Kingdom, artists and residents now face the same issues, as many of the flats and warehouse studios they inhabit have become too expensive for them to continue to live and work there. So, what can we do? We propose a decentralized user-owned platform for sharing space to decommodify housing that operates along with a council-funded automated 3D printing farm. We call it Lith. Lith is utilized to generate a library of printed formwork parts. Each formwork is printed with PETG and occupies a cubic voxel space that fits within the extent of an industrial robot arm. These 3D printed formworks are self-supporting, which means that they do not require additional scaffolding. This reduces the production chain of traditional casting methods. These formworks are reinforced and supported by a network of robotically assembled, automated bent steel tube aggregations. The parts are then assembled together and cast to generate architectural structures. Through a space generation platform, Lith collects user data, such as the number of residents, their sharing preferences, and required spaces to generate a schedule of spaces for all residents. These spaces are then optimized, and the Lith spatial generative algorithm incrementally finds a better solution to ensure that all of the residents' requirements are met. Lith parts aggregate around these spaces by utilizing wave function collapse, a constraint-solving algorithm to generate Lith housing community. The Lith platform can respond to a variety of typologies depending upon the urban conditions, user requirements, and varying design briefs. The same localized Lith printing farm can generate various housing within a neighborhood. Each housing can have an entirely different underlying functional program and spatial configuration. Utilizing the Lith construction platform, residents can customize certain shared spaces via a triangulating algorithm that allows users to sculpt triangulated parts. The Lith algorithm also allows the designer to generate print patterns, a form of digital ornamentation to configure their housing. These textures can alter the visual properties of the parts. Through the Lith construction platform, the designer can easily check the status of the print in the local factory and assign new printing tasks here. When a printing task has been completed, a human worker uses a device to scan the QR code embedded within the print. The system then lets the human know of the automatically assigned location and orientation of the part, and the formwork can then be processed and sent to the corresponding voxel location it is currently required at. The platform can then inform the construction aid when the same formwork is required elsewhere. On the other hand, the designer can track the build status of a different building in a different location. Let's take a peek inside a Lith community. Within Lith, spaces are divided as shared, semi-shared, and private. Shared spaces can be shared via the Lith automated living platform. Residents and artists can access these shared spaces by booking them through the platform. Light-based visual cues let the users know if a space is available, being utilized, or can be shared. The printing factory continues to be an integral part of Lith after the construction process, and residents and artists can access a 3D printing farm to produce furniture, goods, and art. Within the community, the shared space functions as a public loft, which is utilized by local artists as studio space. The artist can either purchase a subscription to these spaces or occupy them by booking them through the Lith platform. Help save gentrifying neighborhoods. Welcome to Lith.